What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we've got another live fantasy football mock draft for you, back on FantasyPros with a 10-team full PPR mock where we have the 5th pick overall. Should be pretty interesting. Our roster: 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and then 5 bench spots. But that's pretty much it. So let's kick this thing off. And while we wait, a quick reminder: if you guys enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe. Give us a follow on Twitter at AllDayPigskin to continue interacting with us there. Let us hear in the comment section. You agree, disagree, along with any other questions you guys might have. We'll do our best to answer them all. But in the meantime, let's get this thing going. And you can see the first 4 picks have been made. They have been all at the running back position. They are here, as you can see: Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Jonathan Taylor, and Bijan Robinson. I'd say there's nothing crazy going on over there. We're probably at that very, very interesting inflection point of this draft where it could turn, where we could make that first wide receiver pick, or we could go with a Saquon Barkley and continue the running back trend. A lot of times I've been going the running back route, but here it's a 10-team league. I'm kind of intrigued. I've had some success before going wide receiver and then filling in the running back spots afterwards. I'm kind of curious if we'll have that success again. So I want to test out that strategy, and I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson here, and then we're going to see what is available to us at the running back position in the 2nd round. So let's look at the draft board. Let's see what happened after our Justin Jefferson selection. As you can see, there was another run on the running back position. So Saquon Barkley immediately afterwards, Ramondre Stevenson, Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs. Don't really have any issues with those selections. Then Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, Travis Kelce. So there go our next series of pass catchers. So kind of a situation where, the running back position was valued a little bit more so maybe in this draft, which it'll happen, but I don't think we have to panic. Again, it's a 10-team league, so there's still a lot of players that are available to us at the running back position that we can get decent value on. And I think by far and away the best value right now, if we go running back, is Nick Chubb. He presents a little bit more pass catching upside than Derrick Henry. Not much, because, he still is more of a standard suited running back as well. I think he's in a more consistent offense. Obviously, no more Kareem Hunt. So I'm going to go with Nick Chubb here. As far as wide receivers, if we wanted to go wide receiver heavy, it'd be probably between Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill. Davante Adams, not as high on my list right now because of the whole Jimmy Garoppolo situation. So let's go Nick Chubb here and then see what we can do in these next couple of rounds. After our Nick Chubb pick, going back to the draft board, Derrick Henry, sure, Tyreek, Joe Mixon. Ooh, Joe Mixon at the end of the 2nd round. A little bit earlier than I'm used to, considering, his legal potential issues. Then Stephon Diggs, Najee, Davante Adams, Mark Andrews, and Aaron Jones. So Davante Adams falls to the 3rd round. Can't say I'm too surprised. It's a 10-team league, so some really good players are going to drop. And speaking of good players, look, I'm looking at the running backs. I'm looking at the other positions. Hockenson, I think it's way too rich for Hockenson at the moment. I'd much rather go with an A.J. Brown or an Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm going Amon-Ra St. Brown here. I have him ranked a little bit higher than A.J. Brown for PPR scoring purposes. They both are going to be in offenses where they're going to be airing it out, but Jared Goff's primary guy is going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jameson Williams gone for the first 6 games. So I like that fit for Amon-Ra a little bit better. If it was standard scoring, maybe I'd go with A.J. Brown. Speaking of, he went with the pick afterwards, then DeAndre Swift, Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle, very good values there. Travis Etienne, Jahmyr Gibbs, and then a run on the wide receiver position with Keenan Higgins, Olave, and Devonta Smith. So here we can go running back again potentially, or we could go with a wide receiver. We could go with a tight end. We could go with a quarterback. What I'm going to personally do here is I might get a little bit cute and go with a tight end, go with a TJ Hawkinson. I'm looking at the cheat sheet to make sure I'm not skipping out on a big-time talent at the running back position. I think Dalvin Cook is ranked way, way too high, especially with him likely getting cut and we don't knowing his destination. I've got 2 wide receivers, so I'm not as keen on a DK or, Cooper. Quarterback is definitely a possibility, but the question is, which one? I think one of these guys, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, could be available to us in the next round. So let's just go with TJ Hawkinson right now, see what happens afterwards. I'm assuming there might be some quarterbacks that get selected. Let's see. And in fact, the only quarterback that did get selected is Patrick Mahomes. So kind of that gamble pays off. After DK, Amari, Dalvin Cook, Dameon Pierce, not too many running backs, just a lot of those good mid-level wide receivers going. Patrick Mahomes went. So we got Hawkinson. Our roster, just to remind you, Nick Chubb, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, TJ Hawkinson. I'm going to go with that next elite quarterback here. It's very important in these 10-team leagues to get that positional advantage. I have Jalen Hurts ranked a little bit ahead of Josh Allen. So let's get Jalen Hurts to the squad. I think he just has a safer floor, a little bit of a higher floor. So I like that selection for us. There was a little bit of a run on the quarterback position, so we judged that pretty well. You see after Jalen Hurts, specifically in the 6th round, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, so really good value on Josh Allen there. Wide receivers, really like that DJ Moore pick. Hopkins, again, I'm a little bit hard-pressed to take him that early considering we still don't know what team he is going to be on. Looking at our next available players, we need another running back. I think Miles Sanders is, at least to me, by far and away, that next best running back. I think he's going to get a lot of volume in Carolina, even if that offense isn't necessarily the best. And to me, volume is absolutely king in fantasy football. I say that so often. So I'm not going to overthink it. We go with that selection. Here, I see another player that I really like in terms of upside. Not at the running back position, but one, Calvin Ridley. I'm very intrigued what he can do in Jacksonville. Coming back there with Trevor Lawrence. Big fan of Trevor Lawrence. So I'm going to get Calvin Ridley as our flex guy. And now we're in a really good position just to go best player available. I think we can dip back into the running back position. I'm going to look for here Alexander Mattison. We expect that Dalvin Cook is going to be gone from Minnesota. So I'm going to get Alexander Mattison as our next running back. I don't care if it says it's a reach. He is just simply right now undervalued. Those rankings have not been updated to reflect what he could be. So I really like that situation for us. Here we could go ahead and get another tight end if we really wanted to, or we could continue to get value at the wide receiver position. I think I'm probably going to, right now, honestly, the best value for me is I'm going to go with one of the rookie wide receivers. I already have Justin Jefferson. If I didn't, I'd probably go with Jordan Addison. I think I'm going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba. I do think he's the best wide receiver in this rookie draft class. So let's see what happens. We're going to add him to the squad. And then only really 3 more picks to make. So here we can get some more. We can get that depth that we mentioned at tight end. I'm going to get Dalton Schultz. And now only 2 more picks to make. We already had Jalen Hurts, but could be a decent time to get some depth at that position. I'm going to go with a Kirk Cousins. It's not sexy, not anything like that to back up Jalen Hurts. And then one final selection at just, again, the best overall value. So here I'm kind of looking at it. Probably going to be at the wide receiver position. I'm going to go with Rashad Bateman. He was kind of hurt last year. Let's see what he can do now healthy. Lamar hopefully healthy as well. And I'm very curious to see what draft grade we will get. So wow, we get a C draft grade. Fantasy Pros did not like this draft. A little bit surprised. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I mean, we've got a top-notch tight end per their rankings. We got a top-notch quarterback, Jalen Hurts. We got tight end depth, even if Hawkinson doesn't pan out with Dalton Schultz. And then we've got Justin Jefferson. We've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Calvin Ridley. I really like those wide receivers. Running back, Nick Chubb, Miles Sanders. I think it's a combination of me being a lot higher on Miles Sanders and Alexander Madison than Fantasy Pros is. So I don't think it's a C draft. I think, B minus. Sure, we took some flyers on Jackson Smith, Kirk Cousins. You could argue we didn't have to make that pick considering we had Jalen Hurts, but, getting that depth at the end of the day, I'm not too mad about it. I think it's a little bit of a better draft, but hey, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree, disagree? If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter at AllDayPigskin to continue interacting with us there. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys in future videos.